Rabbi Freedom. Ben Rabbi Freedom.
Is this the man in charge of the maximum?
Ben Rabbi Freedom is free man, please.
Yeah, free man.
Free man. No, sir.
The chairman, co-chairman.
Clark, have you administered the oath?
You say after me, sir. I,
SCG, Ben Bobrisky,
do solemnly swear
that the evidence I shall give to this committee shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So that
We don't have time again, so we have to be snappy.
Mr. Chairman, I'm yielding to you to the microphone.
Mr. Chairman, the co-chairman, honorable members, Controller General of Correction, Chairman FCC, Medicine Officer, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ben Bobrisky, Assistant Controller General of Correction, in charge of Zone A. Zone A covers Lagos State and Ogun State. I was the Controller of Correction, in fact, the immediate past Controller of Correction in charge of Lagos State. Mr. Chairman, I have 20 years corporate experience. Controller of Correction in 3 commands, and I've attended 8 custodial centers and facilities across the country. On the 12th of April 2024, at about 15:30 hours, I got a call from the Deputy Controller of Correction in charge of the Medium Security Custodial Center that it is Okuneye Odarewaju, popularly known as Bobrisky, have been sentenced at Federal High Court in Ikoyi, and that they are on their way to Ikoyi Custodial Center with a large crowd. A cloud of fans at the court premises followed them to Ikoyi Custodial Center, and it was such that the facility Ikoyi in the center of the town, sandwiched by organizations, the traffic jam, the great crowd within that Ikoyi access, got up to Fadomo, and immediately after returning from court, could not have access to our facility. On the strength of that, pursuant to Rule 163, Sub S, the Nigerian Correctional Service standing up, I authorized in writing a letter backed by a warrant. The chairman, I'd like to report that movement of an inmate from one facility to the other must carry a warrant, a valid warrant. That warrant is called for 5 and 5A. Transferring him to medium security custodial center kirikiri. That's simple for operational and security because it was very congested and there were a lot of concerns for the security implication. I'd like to confirm to this honorable committee that on the 12th he was moved to kirikiri. That same 12th, he spent about 3-4 hours in Ikoyi. He got to kirikiri and he was admitted. He stayed in kirikiri medium for very 10 days. And I had to move him. I forced to move him out of kirikiri medium to kirikiri maximum, exercising my powers as provided in our rules. Because the Controller General of Correction transmitted a call to me that there was a trending video on social media that Bobrisky donated some plastic chairs to our facility. And he asked me to find out, address the matter, and report back to me. On the strength of that directive, very firm directive, I rushed down to kirikiri medium. And I confirmed that 21 plastic chairs were donated to the facility. On further inquiry, it was confirmed that those chairs were donated by relations of Bobrisky. Granted, the officer in charge, who is the deputy controller, got permission for me to travel to write an exam at the Jericho. So I entered the yard and I did two things. Firstly, I ordered that those chairs be removed from the visiting hall outside the premises where the people are preset, and they should be taken out of circulation. Secondly, I had to go to the cell to see Bobrisky, and I told him that we will not accept any donation from a family or friend or himself to our facility henceforth, because it may create a very faulty impression about the reputation and integrity of the correctional service. Secondly, I effected the transfer. I ordered his immediate transfer from medium to maximum.
How was it transferred? Did you carry him in your private vehicle to the maximum, or did you not?
I followed them to maximum. The vehicle will be in transferring because of the urgency.
Where was he? Was he in your vehicle, or was he in the official vehicle of your district?
He was in my official vehicle, the operational hillock, because courts were in session and the other operational vehicles, because of the seriousness of the matter, I had to, the courts have, the inmates have gone to court with other vehicles.
Is it official vehicle or your private vehicle?
Operational vehicle. I have a flag card, the staff card with the flag, but I went to that facility since it was operational, with an operational unit, official operational unit. I ordered the staff officer in kirikiri medium. Normally, if you are transferring an email with a letter and the transfer warrant, there must be an escort. All the proper documentation were done for him to be transferred, the gate, the record of him, and everything that has to do with his transfer, is available.
He has been tendered. Have you submitted those things?
It's been tendered.
Okay.
It's been tendered. So, on the 22nd, we moved under my supervision because the Controller General was monitoring the development. We had to move him to maximum. He stayed in maximum from 22nd of April to the 5th of August, when he was discharged from lawful custody upon expiration of his prison term. And with profound respect, Mr. Chairman, I'd like to clarify the issue of keeping Bobrisky in a single cell. Bobrisky stays in P1. P1 has a capacity of 240. He stayed in room 2. There are many single cells in Apple, and it is the standard practice in the correctional service to classify them. We saw in Bobrisky a special case, especially in the sense that is a transgender. We are admitting another image from a certain part of the country. A trailer driver, and that inmate stayed in Kirikiri medium from April to September. He just started from our facility. A trailer driver, and the charges was changed. He appeared before emergency court and they remanded him. And the deputy controller in charge did a professional job alongside his team. And they kept that inmate in a single cell. They kept the inmate in a single cell. Because if you don't do that, there is classification of inmates in every facility. And the inmate is the same inmate could not, an indigent inmate could not get a lawyer. The deputy controller in charge, medium security controller, would send approval for him, got a legal representative to help that indigent inmate and approve the magistrate. The person went to court to see the magistrate until the inmate was discharged from the facility. This is the letter he wrote and the warrant of that inmate, who is a hemophilia. The chairman, we never took Bobrisky out of our facility. We never took Bobrisky out of our facility from the 12th of April to the 5th of August. In fact, even when there was a need for medical attention, because I got very firm instruction from the contractor that we should do our work professionally because of the reputation of the service. At the point there was a need for reference. By our regulation, only the controller can give approval for an inmate to be taken, giving referral to another hospital. But I never gave any approval for Bobrisky even to get medical assistance outside. We have a clinic in Maximum, our doctors there and a medical team manage to continue there. He never left the facility. I say on good. He served in a facility.
Were you suspended too?
I'm not suspended. I'm not under suspension.
Not even with the press release?
No, I'm not.
It didn't affect you?
No, it didn't affect me. I supervised.
Okay, members, we have had him. Do you still have other things to say, or can you round up so that we can take one or two questions?
Yeah, I have a concern, Mr. Chairman, because I just got information today from one of my officers in charge of the facility that there's a trending story. Because it's important we begin to address this thing. Going forward, there's a trending story of a high-profile inmate that was moved from a particular state in this country to our facility, and that there's another trending story that inmate was taken from our facility in a particular state to an apartment close to the prison. And as the story is gaining traction, they come to you very soon and to this honorable committee. So we do our work professionally because the service have zero tolerance for all forms of unprofessional conduct, unethical conduct, and those tasks. To manage an inmate in custody, so many hands are involved. An officer in charge of the facility cannot take an inmate out of the cell, out of the yard.
This one you are talking about now is not why we are here. So let us deal with this one that has brought us here and conclude it. So can we take just three direct questions to him? Let me start from Gio.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Sir, you mentioned that because of the urgency, you had to move in with your official operational vehicle. Can you tell us what this urgency was about? What was the urgency, sir?
The urgency is that my principal, the Controller General of Correction, was on me monitoring that development. And I consulted with him. He gave me approval to transfer him. It may just you. Kirikiri medium and maximum is within the same range. It's very to 200 meters from Kirikiri medium to maximum. So the officer in charge was not on ground. He traveled with my express permission. And I was the command controller there. And once it's now I'm an
Sir, the urgency. The other officer says for security reasons. You came, you said the urgency. Can you explain to this honorable committee? Define this urgency for us.
The urgency, with respect,